Okay, so here's the issue. I often hear people asking, what is the best question? Or, of all these options, which one should I do? Or, how, the one I like the most, because it just boggles with my mind, is what should I price my services at? What business should I be in? And the only correct answer is always, it depends. None of us can live your life. And especially when we're talking about the high level community, there are hundreds of thousands of people just in the Facebook group for high level. There are, and at this point, it's rapidly approaching 80,000 people. Now, is every single one of those people an agency owner? Probably not. I know for a fact they aren't. But there are a large number of people who are asking these questions over and over again. How do I do this? What is the best way to do this? And within life, within high level as a microcosm of life, there are a great number of options for any given problem that are valid solutions. And my valid solution isn't necessarily your valid solution. So the point that I want to make, the point that I am making is you have to decide for you what is the right solution. So instead of asking people what is the best, because the best is in context of their reality, not in the context of your reality. The best needs to be, take the best out. Given your context, given my context, can you give me some criteria that I should use to make my own decision? Within this group, within the GHL business, and that drives me nuts, within the business launch program, what we are presenting, what Devin specifically is offering, is a decision matrix to help you decide what business you should even be in. To help you decide, when you know what business you're in and who your target market is, what business you should be in, who you're serving, who your target market is, what you're offering, what you're pricing, all the different ways you could possibly market that service. That is exactly what this program is about. That decision-making process is, hi, thanks Faisal, and thanks Patrick. I appreciate you dropping in. This is cool. I appreciate it. This is the first time I've done it this way, so this is fun. So the only correct answer is always, it depends, because you're asking the question, what is best for me? And none of the people that you're asking the question are you. They all are bringing their perspective, and they're answering from their perspective. This is how I would do it. But if you're supposed to be a product developer, then them telling you how to run an affiliate program isn't helping you. It is a bright, shiny object that's distracting you from your actual purpose in life. If you should be running an affiliate program, and they're describing how to configure your SaaS configurator, that's valid information for someone who has a SaaS business model, or a SWAS business model, or maybe even an agency business model. But it's irrelevant to you for your business model. When you ask, what price should I price my product at? I don't know. Who's your target audience? If your target audience is roofing companies that make over 20 million a year, your pricing should be very different, and your service package should be very different than if your target market is a one-man roofing company who doesn't actually do any roofs. It's just a sales guy who then subcontracts all the actual roof installs. Totally different contexts, even in the same niche. If you say, how should I configure the one that came up this morning was email. How should I configure my email to do cold outreach? Well, there's not a myriad of different ways to configure it, but there's 4 or 5 or 6, and I can tell you how I do it, and what I do is not recommended by HighLevel. And what someone else is doing would make sense for them, but that doesn't mean it makes sense for you. And so the point of this little rant is, when you ask a question, ask what criteria someone else is using to make a decision, and then make your own decision. Or if you're asking, okay, I've made this decision, how do I implement it? Then you need to make sure that the person that you're asking the question of has the right context and the right experience to actually help you set it up the way that's going to work in your situation. And actually, I was going to rant a little longer than that, but I think it's not necessary. I think I've made my point. I don't know how long I've been going, maybe a minute or two, probably maybe close to 5. Yeah, so the decision matrix of the GHL business pathway, the GHL business launch curriculum, the playbook, is how you even decide what business you should be in. Oh, I know, I was going to talk about pricing. So, and that extends to, once you know what business you should be in, then the next decision criteria is, who's your target audience? And once you know that target audience, then you can start building a offer. And Devin will talk about the $100,000 offer. What is an offer that is so compelling that target audience feels stupid saying no? That exact same offer to someone else is irrelevant. So to someone else, that offer isn't compelling to them, because that offer is to that niche market, that targets that demographic, that set of people who you've crafted this offer to serve that person's niche. No one can make that decision for you, because every single other business out there is offering their service to their market in a way that's compelling to that market. So asking, what is the best way, and I'm reiterating a little bit of this because I appreciate Liz Benavides and Alan Bashirs jumping on along with Patrick Allman and Faisal Butt. So thank you for people watching. I appreciate it. And so the answer is, it depends, because when you ask somebody a question, they must necessarily answer it from their own perspective. And you need the answer in the context of your perspective. So the point of the pathway is to give you some decision matrix criteria to help you make a decision for yourself. The one that comes up a lot is, how do I price? Well, within the HighLevel platform, there's a certain set of products, a certain set of services that you can provide. And then there's also all these other services. You, as an agency, you can do all these other things too. And so when you walk in and say, how should I price my services? First of all, no one knows what's in your mind about what all the other things you're getting ready to offer are. 2, even of all the things that you're offering, when you talk to a particular niche audience, those things that the platform allows you to talk about don't necessarily resonate with that audience. And so when someone says, oh, you should price it at X for their niche audience with their particular offer, that price might make total 100% sense. It's a $100,000 offer to that audience. And to your audience, it's not even more than mildly interesting. So as a rule of thumb for pricing, in the restaurant industry, they use a one-third, one-third, one-third. So if the plate of food costs X to produce the food, then the service and the cost of running the business, they take this times 3, and they have 3 buckets worth of money. The cost of producing the food, plus the cost of providing service, plus the cost of running the business. Take the plate times 3, and you got money in all 3 of those buckets. When I first got out of the Army, I was in the printing industry. We use a similar kind of concept. What is the cost for actually producing the print job? Okay, here's my stack of business cards, my box of business cards. What does it cost me to actually put that out the door? I'm providing a service, so I times 2, and then I also am running a business, and so I times 3. So the price of this times 3 gives me 3 buckets worth of money. So if it costs you $25 to provide this particular portion of the high-level services, $75 might be a really reasonable price. If it costs you $100, somewhere in the $300 range is probably a reasonable start point. But how you package it, what additional things you're bringing to the mix, who you're talking to, how you're packaging, how you're framing that offer, all affects whether that price sounds like a $100,000 offer to that particular audience. So to wrap up, in summary, when you or someone you know is asking a question, what is the best way to do X? I don't know. I can give you some criteria, I can give you some considerations, but I can't tell you the best way to do it for you. I can help you make a decision, but I can't tell you what decision to make. I hope this was interesting. It was certainly a fun way to do my little video that I was supposed to have done yesterday, and I've got my schedule got thrown out of whack. So yeah, I hope you all have a great day. I'm Keith. In GHL Business Launch, what I do is I help small businesses use HighLevel, and I help businesses who are just starting out as high-level agencies figure out how to implement HighLevel to serve their particular niche market. And as Bald Guy Marketing, I help small businesses with marketing theory, tactics, techniques, training, and technology. I'm Keith. I'm the Bald Guy. And now I have to figure out how